fatal heart impacts, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose, pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet out. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here. And now, whenever we last left off, we had Izuku Midoriya. He has just now encountered and talked with Shota Todoroki, Endeavor's daughter. Now, this was a very strange encounter, because Midoriya has learned that Endeavor plans to try and get Shota and him to marry each other, whenever both of them do become pro-heroes. Now, with that being said, he later got to the mansion, and was in a bit of trouble because of what happened, and because he was late. Now, with that being said, Midoriya has already gotten a ride home, and is now on his personal time, where he is actually laying awake at night in bed. And he's currently wondering, okay, let's see. Endeavor has a file on me. That crazy girl is, I guess, mad at me for no reason. Or she thinks I might be like his dad, or her dad. Well, I can't really imagine what it would be like being, well, Endeavor's kid. My parents are both pros and they're super busy. Even then, Endeavor's way too serious. Plus, he's probably pushed her very far. Especially with that scar on her face. But what would her quirk be? Wait a minute. Half her hair is red and the other half is white. If she's shooting fire from the... what was it? Yeah, okay. If she's shooting ice from the right side, then she's... Would she be able to shoot fire from the left? I kinda would be curious. She was primarily focused on using her right arm and right leg when attacking me. Okay. But why am I so interesting to Endeavor? Wait a minute. That might be why. The incident years ago. Now, while Midori is thinking this, he actually does get a phone call on his phone. And he does actually pick it up. Yes, hello? Mr. Yaoyorozu? Sure. Okay, I'll try and be there right now. What happened? He sounded very panicky. Now, Midori decides to sneak out really quickly. And he actually just opens his window. After putting on a pair of jeans and some shoes, he quickly just begins to fly off. And as fast as he can, head for Yaoyorozu Manor. Now, with the fact that he doesn't need to try and descend closer to the ground, and he's able to go at high speeds, he's actually able to make it there within 5 minutes. Since he doesn't need to worry about hitting people, or, well, property damage up in the sky. Now, after he does actually arrive, he does ask what happened, seeing the grounds of Yaoyorozu Estate, as he does actually quickly land, and come running up. Mr. Yaoyorozu outside, and actually looking around, as there are different members of police force and pro-heroes, along with security scanning the grounds. Midoriya, my boy. Yes. Well, Mr. Yaruzu, what happened? I don't know. It could be a false alarm. You called me for a false alarm? Ah, okay. You had me scared. No, I said it could be my boy. Hmm? Yes. Him pulling Midoriya aside and trying to explain. What happened earlier tonight? His security team is still looking over it and trying to investigate. But somebody tripped the alarm for their perimeter. And hopefully they got sent running. However, if Midoriya could, he would like him to go see Momo and protect her. Yes, sir. Do you know where she is now? Yes, she's most likely in the dining room. Alright. Midoriya heading inside. Now, Midoriya and Momo do talk for a minute. And eventually Midoriya is allowed to head home. Now, with that being said, there is the next day at school. Midoriya is somewhat groggy and he was almost late. Now, after he was picked up by Momo in the limousine, he was able to actually catch a little bit more sleep before they did arrive and had to head in. Now, they are actually still early. And Midoriya, as soon as he does actually walk in, he heads over to his desk and puts his head down. Oh man, I'm so tired. I couldn't sleep last night, then that happened. I'm just glad we didn't find anyone. Maybe some extra sleep would help me. Now, as soon as Midoriya does think that, somebody actually does tap on his arm. And he does actually look up to see Todoroki. Oh, it's just you. What's up? Oh, so you're not gonna freak out? What are you talking about? Midoriya says, putting his head to the side and looking at her. As she actually does walk to the desk and sit down next to Midoriya. Him looking at her with his right eye, while his left side is currently face down, or not face down. His left side or his left ear is basically touching the desk. Now, she begins to try and explain. After what their conversation was yesterday, she's kind of surprised that Midoriya, he didn't call the police. Okay. Why would I? I basically just explained that the number 2 hero has a file on you. A kid. Not even in high school or a pro hero yet. Okay. Honestly, I expected you to get my dad in trouble. Okay. And it doesn't have my phone number, right? No. Doesn't have my home address? No. My blood type? No. Midoriya listing off a few things. As long as it basically doesn't have his doctor's history, his home address, or his parents' phone numbers, it's all fine. He doesn't care what the number 2 hero does with the information. As far as he knows, it's all public knowledge you can just get online. Or probably just find. Or pay somebody for. He doesn't really care. Right now, he's just very tired. Now, Midoriya does go on talking with Todoroki for a minute. And eventually, class does begin. Momo and Yaoyorozu, they're both tired. And after school, we actually do have whenever everyone is going to leave. Momo basically explained that she wanted to go to the mall and actually try and get some designs for her hero outfit. And that she needed to buy extra material. Now, Midoriya was actually kind of interested too. Well, do you really think that you're going to get into UA? Uh, what are you talking about? My dad says that I'm going to be able to get in on recommendation. Hmm. Okay. That's pretty good. But what about anything else? Um, hmm. Well, you've been helping me try and work out and exercise, right? Yeah. So I think I could have at least a few advantages or disadvantages. Okay. Well, what about any teachers or something like that? Hmm. My dad's hired that one person to try and teach me stuff, but even then, he's very wary about them coming inside the mansion. Hmm. It does make sense with everything going on. Besides, can you really blame him? Especially after yesterday, I'm pretty sure he's a bit more paranoid. Oh yeah. Now, with that being said, these two are dropped off at the mall. And they do begin to walk around and look at different things. Now, they've been here for roughly around, let's say, 45 minutes. And they've actually had a little bit of a fun time. Now, with that being said, this is quite surprising. Hmm. Now, as Midoriya is actually looking at something in the window of a shop, this is whenever he actually does catch somebody's reflection. And he looks at them. As soon as he sees what he thinks to be their face in the mirror, he does go to turn. As soon as he does, the person disappeared. Hmm? What the hell? Okay, that's weird. Roy turning back, and the person is there again. Midoriya looking around and trying to see that person. When he turns back to the mirror, they're there. But they're not there when he turns around. What the hell? This makes no sense. Uh, okay, that's strange. Now, as Midoriya is thinking that, there is an explosion that does go off. And Midoriya quickly looks around to try and find Momo. Now, he does actually see her walk out of a store. And he quickly tries to make his way over to her. However, the moment he does, somebody actually does walk up behind her, walking out of the store before they're able to actually bring up their hands and cover her mouth and her nose. The very moment that does happen, they quickly begin to try and run away with her. Now, Momo does try to defend herself. How the person, they use some form of knockout gas or toxin, and it's able to quickly take her down. Now, Midoriya tries to give chase, and try to use his quirk. However, he does realize something. He can't throw up a force field, or one of those, well, telekinetic blast he could do. If he tries to, he'll hit a lot of civilians. Shit, it's too packed. Midoriya deciding to try and get airborne, and looking for the person. Now, he does give chase, and he does actually go into an alleyway. As soon as he does, he goes flying down and immediately grabs the two dumpsters, smashing the two together as the person does have to stop. Them turning around and seeing Midoriya. Midoriya throwing up his hand and quickly throwing his left hand outwards while he does pull his right hand inwards, as to cock back a fist. The moment he does, Momo comes flying towards him, or flying forwards, while the man gets sent flying backwards, into the two dumpsters. Now, Midoriya actually does bring Momo up to him, and try to make sure that she's okay. As he does actually hold her in his arms, he does bring up his hands, and grab the person, bringing them up in the air and trying to ask them a few questions. Who are you? Why are you after Momo? All according to plan. What? Midoriya says, as he's actually hit in his back by a large and heavy amount of force, as he gets sent flying forwards and smashes down onto the ground. As he does actually get up and turn around, he does see somebody. Now, this is whenever somebody does begin to walk up, and Midoriya does see them. They look to be in some sort of metallic suit, along with the helmet they do possess on their head. Hello there. Midoriya quickly trying to subdue the person, bringing up one of his hands and trying to push a telepathic field at them, trying to pick them up in their suit of armor. Now, the very moment that he did actually do this, his telepathic ability or his telekinesis was countered. Some type of invisible field caught around his field whenever he was trying to grab this guy, and the guy pushed back with another field. Things began to fly at Midoriya, and he was confused by it, bringing up his other hand and catching all these other objects. Now, Midoriya tried to force them back at the person. However, they all began to quickly begin to get crushed by whatever force is pushing against these two objects, or these objects, from both sides. Now, with Midoriya thinking that, he begins to freak out, and his telekinesis or telepathy does begin to have its side effects. Every thought going through his head, or the minds of everyone nearby. Is there a hero here? Can somebody save that kid? Is anyone going to do anything? No one can step in. Damn it. I ran out of time today. And then there's the one thought Midoriya does catch. I need to get her and get out of here. Midoriya quickly spinning around and actually trying to move backwards at the same time. Midoriya turning to run for Momo and grabbing the guy before quickly pulling him over him. Now, the guy basically gets pulled away from Momo and flies up into the air. The man with the quirk, or the person Midoriya is going against, is able to catch them and lower them to the ground, before Midoriya himself does actually stand in front of Momo, and basically at least somewhat take up a stance, telling them that they're not going to take Miss Yaoyorozu. What are you talking about? What? You're after Momo. Damn it. I don't care who you are. You are not taking her, Midoriya says, quickly throwing up an invisible shield around both of them. The person simply just beginning to walk up, closer and closer, telling Midoriya that they are not here for her. In fact, there are multiple different reasons why they are here. They are going to be a new group of villains up on the horizon. What are you talking about? Simple. You are in particular. Your family. I know your secrets. Secrets? What do you mean? Don't play stupid with me. It's the reason why I'm here today. The reason why we all are. We? Who's we? Doesn't matter. But know this. You and your family stole a lot from mine. Because of that, I never had a normal life. Because of that, I had to spend every ounce of it training, harnessing my powers, and focusing them. Hell. In fact, if things were different, I wouldn't even be here. Both of us wouldn't be. In fact, we'd be having an entirely different conversation. And, well, I might have even called you my brother. What? Explain yourself. I don't think I need to. At least not for the moment. But do know this. Your name is on a list, just like many others. And once we have it, well, our plan is going to be commenced. Now, the person who is about to continue talking is caught off guard whenever a large beam of ice gets flung directly behind them, and basically almost completely covers the person, before they're able to quickly break out, a large shockwave and field being sent out in every direction. The person turning around, and there you do have Shota Todoroki. Her standing there with her right side in front of her, and her left side somewhat at the ready. She doesn't want to use her fire ability. However, there is a small group of villains here, so she might need to use it. Please don't let me need to. Now, she quickly begins to try and blast at ice. The person bringing their hand up and simply just waving her off, as she quickly does fall to the ground. And her nose does somewhat begin to bleed. This surprising Midoriya, as we do have Momo, who actually is beginning to come to, as Midoriya does actually run forwards, and go to throw out as much force as he can with his power. Now, everything in front of Midoriya, behind him and by his side, it basically does feel this force. Midoriya basically pushed with somewhere around 3,000 pounds of force, or 2 tons, in one direction. And the person does actually try and bring up a shield to counter it, as the amount of force smashes into their wall. And the objects in the alleyway, like the giant trash cans and dumpsters, were flown in that direction. As Midoriya, he quickly does try and at least pull back on the objects. Now, whenever that does actually happen, the person is actually set flying backwards, as they then actually do try and force one of the dumpsters at Midoriya. Now, Midoriya is caught off guard by this, and these people do quickly begin to retreat. Whenever it begins to start raining, and he hears people shouting about All Might. Now, with that being said, Midoriya actually does fall over forwards onto the ground, and he's bleeding heavily. His nose is running a lot, and he does feel the strain that he just put on his powers. As Momo actually does walk up and grab him by his arm. This is catching Midoriya off guard. Hey, are you okay? Midoriya, with his nose in his hand, saying that he'll be fine. However, he's just trying to understand what happened. Now, Midoriya actually does get up and try to check on Todoroki. Now, whenever Midoriya does actually look at her mind, he does find that she'll be okay. Her heart is still pumping blood, she's still breathing, and her thoughts are there. It's just that whatever this person did, they did something that he's only seen his dad do, or heard him talk about. He basically shut off your brain, or put you to sleep. It doesn't last long, but she's going to be out for a few minutes. Okay, but what was that? I don't know. Apparently there's some villains after me. I'm on some sort of list. Okay. That's sort of strange. Yeah, you're telling me. Anyways, we need to get out of here. Alright, well, I'll call a driver then. Momo getting her phone. Calling, well, somebody at her mansion, and a car is sent out. As these three do get in the vehicle. Now, on the way back to Yairozu's manor, Todoroki does wake up inside the vehicle. And she's very confused, jumping up immediately and going to bring up her right hand. As she actually does see Midoriya sitting down across from her, with a towel covering his face, or a towel in his hand, asking her if she is alright. What happened? Where am I? Don't worry about it. We were all attacked by villains. Or we were. Thanks for trying to step in. Damn it. So they got away. Yeah, they did. Whenever they heard that All Might was close by, they ran. Shit! What do you mean? These people. We could have caught them. Yeah, Probably. But you were unconscious. We had to make sure that you were alive. Her looking at Momo, who asked Todoroki if she would like a water or anything. She might still be hurt or, well, tired, correct? I'll be fine. Anyways, thank you, Yairozu, for helping me. Hmm? But it wasn't me. It was Midoriya. Hmm? Her turning to look at Midoriya, who does actually somewhat look over at her. Well, he is actually trying to text his dad and his mother, trying to understand why that person was talking the way they were. Now, with that being said, I do believe that right now I can leave this off of here. And I do hope you guys enjoyed. Have an amazing night. I will catch you guys in the next part.